my mind. Gonna love myself, yeah, I believe in the power of me. Just give me room to breathe.
Great new day to all my self care family and friends. Welcome to another episode of the Room to Breathe podcast, the space where we untangle life's chaos, dig deep, and give ourselves permission to exhale. I am your host, Life Coach 614, and I am so thrilled to have each and every one of you here with us today. Whether you are listening from the comfort of your home, on your commute, or while you're out taking your morning walk, I'm just happy that you've carved this time out for yourself. Now, before we dive into today's episode, just a few quick reminders. If you are enjoying this broadcast, don't forget to tap the screen, like, comment, and share. Your support helps us to connect with more amazing people like you. And if we're not friends already, please be sure to give us a follow, subscribe to our channel, so that way you never miss out on our latest content. I also invite you all to visit our website at theselfcareclub.org. We've got some awesome affirmative apparel, motivational merch, and a bunch of free resources designed just for you. It's all about embracing your journey and understanding that you're not alone on this. Okay? We're in this together, supporting and uplifting each other every step of the way. It is time for us to choose to prioritize our well being, to embrace our growth, and to find peace in the present moment. So let's get ready to breathe, reflect, and grow together. Let me see some green hearts in the chat if you are ready. Thank you, Lady Blue. I see you, Code Mom. Brooks, welcome in, love. How are you today? I think I saw Winston in the house. Yvette, I see you. Welcome in, you guys. I see you, Maya. Yes. So it is Thursday, you guys. It is a thankful Thursday, right? An amazing day for us. And I decided today would be a wonderful day for us to touch on this topic, the overall topic of healing. Um, now, when I talk about healing, I want to talk about us becoming whole, right? And with that, I want us to be able to start to talk about healing from the things that we usually don't talk about. It's like, have you ever looked in the mirror and not recognized yourself? I mean, not physically, but not recognized yourself emotionally, spiritually, right? You see somebody who's been through so much, someone who had to learn how to survive by any means necessary. And somewhere along the way, you lost sight of who you really are. I know that feeling all too well. There was a time in my life when I didn't even realize that I was operating in survival mode. I had convinced myself that I was this strong, independent black woman, y'all. I was unbothered by the things that life threw at me. But deep down, y'all, this independent black woman was exhausted. Not just physically, but like my soul was tired. I realized that I had been carrying pain I never gave myself permission to feel. Never gave myself permission to feel. Okay. And, I was wearing a mask that told the world that I was fine when I was anything but fine. See, when you grow up having to fight for yourself, whether that's emotionally, mentally, physically, right? When you have to grow up fighting for yourself, you learn to adapt. Hey, Mr. West, you build walls, you become who you need to be just to make it. But what happens when the fight is over? What happens when life is giving you the space to heal, but you don't even know who you are without the struggle? Hey, First Lady. I remember being in a relationship that I knew wasn't for me. I stayed because I had convinced myself that love meant sacrifice, that as long as I was needed, I had a purpose. And that's the problem. When you've spent years surviving, you start believing that being needed is the same thing as being loved. So I went through this relationship ignoring red flags, the emotional neglect, the moments that I felt invisible. Why? Because the version of me that survived needed validation. I needed to feel like I was worth something, even if it meant accepting the bare minimum. Hi, Rochelle. And so one day I looked in the mirror and I saw a stranger. I saw someone who had poured everything into people, who never once poured back into me, right? I saw someone who had been holding on to friendships, relationships, and even mindsets that no longer served me. And I had to ask myself the hard question: who am I if I let all of this go? See, healing is not just about saying, I want to be better, right? It's about being willing to let go of everything that is no longer aligned with who you are becoming. That means letting go of relationships that only survive on your effort, right? Those one sided relationships. It's releasing the need to prove your worth, trying to prove your worth to people who refuse to see it. Walking away from the mindset that pain is normal. And see, that's where most people struggle, right? Not because they don't want to heal, but because they don't know who they are without the weight that they have been carrying. Think about it. If you've spent years being the strong one, right? The problem solver, the fixer, the one who never asks for help. What happens when you allow yourself to be vulnerable? That feels so unnatural at first, right? But that discomfort is where the healing starts. And I know you're thinking, but what if I let go and I feel lost? Right? I get it. The unknown is terrifying, especially once you've gotten so comfortable in the mess. You might be afraid that if you stop showing up the way people expect you to, that they'll leave you. And they might. They might. But hear me when I say this. Anyone who only values the version of you that bends, breaks, and sacrifices your peace is not meant to be in your healed life. They don't deserve you. Hey, Dr. Silk. And I see you, nephew. Welcome to class. See, letting go isn't just about cutting people off, it's about releasing the habits, the thoughts, and the patterns that keep you bound to that old version of you. It's realizing that the constant need to over explain yourself comes from the past where you felt unheard. It's about realizing that the fear of being alone comes from the past where you experienced abandonment. It's also about realizing the struggle to say no comes from the past where love came with conditions. But you are no longer in the past, and you are no longer have to carry this into your future. I'll never forget the day that I truly decided to choose myself. It wasn't some big dramatic moment, y'all. It was quiet. I was sitting alone, journaling, and I wrote down the words, I am tired of surviving. I want to live. I'm tired of surviving. And just me declaring that, just me putting that out into the atmosphere changed everything for me. I started noticing how much of my life was shaped by survival mode, how I never truly let myself rest, how I was constantly waiting for the next struggle, the next letdown. Because when all you've known is struggle, peace, calm, that's suspicious, right? But I had to remind myself that I deserve peace. I had to remind myself that I deserve a love that doesn't drain me. I deserve love that doesn't hurt me. I deserve to breathe without guilt. And so do you. So if you're feeling stuck between survival and healing, I want to give you just a few steps that will allow you to start moving forward. First, you have to acknowledge the version of you that helped you survive. Okay? Acknowledge the version of you that helped you survive. Don't shame yourself for who you had to be. That version of you got through some of the hardest moments you've ever experienced. But now it's time for you to evolve. Next, you have to identify what no longer serves you. Take an honest look at your life. What relationships are feeling one sided? What thoughts are keeping you trapped in fear? What habits keep you from growing? Then I want you to write these things down because awareness is the first step to change. And then you have to give yourself permission to grieve. Rich Rising's Dream, welcome in. Hey, K Rose. Again, you must begin to give yourself permission to grieve. Letting go isn't always easy. You might grieve friendships that you've outgrown. You might feel sad about a time that, the actual time that you lost while you were living in survival mode. And that's okay. Grieving makes space for healing. Welcome in, Kale. Rich Rising. Grieving makes space for healing. And so now that we know better and we're doing better, that means we also need to begin to replace our survival tactics with self-care. Hey, Miss Portia. We've got to begin to fill our own cup back up, right? Hey, Janelle. So you got to replace the survival tactics with self-care. Instead of overworking to prove your worth, get some rest. Instead of people pleasing, set your boundaries. Instead of ignoring your emotions and suppressing your feelings, I want you to feel them. You don't need to earn peace. You are worthy just as you are. Thank you. And then lastly, step 5, take a breath and trust the process. Healing isn't instant. It's a journey, okay? And some days you're going to feel empowered, right? Other days you're going to want to run back to that familiar thing. And that's normal. Show yourself some grace. It's normal. But don't quit. Keep choosing yourself. Keep choosing peace because It's all part of the process, guys. And so you have to keep choosing growth. And I say this because that healed you is waiting. And so before we close out today, I want to leave you guys with some affirmations. And if you're in a space where you can, I invite you to close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and allow these words to sink in. You can always go back to the replay so that way you can write them down or take the opportunity to repeat them with me. Or you could just sit and simply listen and receive them today. But I have 10 affirmations that I hope will energize this newfound desire to heal for you. I am worthy of peace, love, and healing. I am worthy of peace, love, and healing. I am worthy of peace, love, and healing. I release the past and embrace the person I am becoming. I release the past and embrace the person I am becoming. I release the past and embrace the person I am becoming. I no longer have to prove my worth to anyone. I no longer have to prove my worth to anyone. I no longer have to prove my worth to anyone. I give myself permission to rest, breathe, and just be. I give myself permission to rest, breathe, and just be. Welcome in, Crystal. I am safe to let go of what no longer serves me. I am safe to let go of what no longer serves me. I am safe to let go of what no longer serves me. I honor my feelings and allow myself to heal at my own pace. I honor my feelings and allow myself to heal at my own pace. I honor my feelings and allow myself to heal at my own pace. I am not defined by my struggles. I am empowered by my growth. I am not defined by my struggles. I am empowered by my growth. I am not defined by my struggles. I am empowered by my growth. I attract relationships that nourish my soul and respect my boundaries. I attract relationships that nourish my soul and respect my boundaries. I attract relationships that nourish my soul and respect my boundaries. I am more than my past. I am creating a beautiful future. I am more than my past. I am creating a beautiful future. I am more than my past. I am creating a beautiful future. I choose to heal, to grow, and to love myself unconditionally. I choose to heal, to grow, and to love myself unconditionally. I choose to heal, to grow, and to love myself unconditionally. Healing isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's about allowing yourself to evolve into who you were always meant to be. Okay? So today, I hope that you give yourself grace. I hope that you release the weight that's been holding you down. And most importantly, I hope you know that you are not alone on this journey. You are not who you used to be. You are not bound by the pain of your past. You are stepping into a new season where survival is no longer your identity, thriving is. I hope you heal from the things that you don't talk about, the silent battles, the wounds that you've carried alone, the moments that broke you in ways you still don't know how to explain. I hope you heal from the things that you had to pretend didn't hurt, from the times you had to act strong when all you wanted to do was be held, from the disappointments that buried you and the things that buried you buried deep because no one ever asked you if you were okay. I hope you give yourself the same love you've given to everyone else. And I hope you see yourself as worthy, not because of what you do for people, but simply because you are. You, my friend, are worth healing. And the healed version of you is waiting on the other side. But in case no one has told you, I see you. I hear you. Now let's heal you. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. If you've enjoyed our time together, be sure to give us a follow, subscribe to our channel, so that way you never miss out on our latest content. And don't forget to visit our website at theselfcareclub.org. There, you could book a personalized one on one coaching session. We also have affirmative apparel and other motivational merch, including our music, as well as a treasure trove of free resources designed just for you. It is all about, um, you know, just empowering yourself, staying motivated and uplifted on this journey. So, whether you are looking to elevate your self care game or you just want to find a little extra inspiration to help you get through the day, know that we've got you covered. I thank each and every one of you for being a part of the Self Care Club community. I thank you for all of your gifts and support today. And I look forward to connecting with you guys again soon. But until next time, I encourage you to keep breathing, stay positive, and remember that you will always be supported here at the Self Care Club. Don't be afraid to take up space and make a little room for you to breathe. I pray that you all have an amazing day on purpose, filled with nothing but purpose. And again, I look forward to reconnecting with you soon. Thank you guys so much.
I